When God drew a circle on the face of the deep, I was there, says wisdom in the book of Proverbs. What is this circle? It is the boundary drawn by God Himself in order to create the world. So in this sense, we can say that to create, God limited Himself, herself. To limit oneself means to enclose oneself in a universe that functions and evolves according to its own laws. To have no knowledge of what exists outside or beyond that universe. The laws of life are the object of scientific study that are simply the limits that God imposed upon Himself in His creation. And in Colossians chapter 3 verse 10 it says, it has been stated within the Quantum Bible, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge after the image of its creator. For whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in His own image. Image of God means in likeness or similarity, in simpatico to God. Humans are created with the unique abilities, higher dimensional abilities, the potential for that, absent in all other creatures on this planet. The image of God, or in Latin, imago Dei, refers to the immaterial part of humanity. Your mind, your soul, your will, your spirit, that immaterial part of ourselves, separate from this genetic vehicle, this flesh suit, this meat puppet. And it is that part, the divine part, which will ascend, which will take on the light body and be a citizen of the new earth. But it is important to understand that there are many things that are taking place in the galaxy, in the cosmos, the equatorial galactic plane of our particular solar system has risen above a certain point, the M9 point, and it did so on May 9th of 2024. But our solar sun, our local logos, was risen to a point that put it on par, to put it directly in line with the great central sun, Alcyon, even to the original sun of Source. And all of these things are by design, by God's design. They're beyond my control. And I'm speaking for myself, and if this message resonates with anyone, so be it. But please exercise your own heart, mind, coherence, discernment. But these things I have no control over. I can avail myself of learning and knowledge and understand and put it in my mind and understand that these cosmic events are taking place to be advantageous to my little journey, to my will, to my efforts, to my motivation, to my energy, to my intent, putting forth my intent to separate the material from the immaterial, from the material terrain of 3D consciousness to the divine ascendant metahuman status of higher consciousness, of the light consciousness. And there's much talk of the light, all is of the light, but we must understand that sound, which is magnetic and is from the heart, preceded the light. It is from sound, it is with the magnetism of the heart, God's own heart, that the universe and this reality was created. Sound precedes light, so it is a magnetoelectric phenomenon, and it all begins in the heart. The rising of the heart, the opening of the heart, leads to the higher dimensions. And the biblical Exodus has been erroneously misrepresented and taught as a material event. But when you understand that it is the immaterial part of humanity that is the image of God, that dwells within us, that the biblical Exodus and Passover is mythology. It is immaterial. It happens within us. It is an inner Passover. The story of Moses, the Exodus, and Passover was not a historical event. Exodus and the Passover was never a literal event, speaking of people crossing the desert and opening the Red Sea to escape from bondage, but rather a lesson concerning what goes on in the human mind and how one may escape the bondage of the lower thought patterns that originate in the left hemisphere. There is a river of fire emanating from Christ's throne. And yes, there is a very material scientific explanation, flux ropes, magnetic portals that are opening, linking Earth with the sun. Tons of high energy particles flow from the sun to Earth in what is called a flux transfer event. Those are things that are beyond my control, that are taking place in the heavenlies. But the immaterial part of my divine anatomy, divine blueprint, understands and connects with this cosmic event. But it is the immaterial part, the divine part, the imago Dei, the image of God within all of us, that is to be emphasized, that is to be dwelt within and focused upon. And let this 3D physicality take care of itself. It's beyond my pay grade. I control my own energies, my own intentions, my own observations of this magnetic portal that is opening and drawing us through the interplay of the opposites, the negative, positive polarity, but maintaining the neutral polarity within the Christ path, and allowing that immaterial part of ourselves that is the very divine creation within us to transfer and transport and transmogrify itself into this galactic New Earth, Satyuga, Golden Age, Aquarius portal. Namaste, Namaskaram.